How do you make your stock investment decisions, and how does that differ from how you made them, say, 3 years ago or 5 or 10 years ago? Things have changed a lot. Certainly, the biggest change has been that of the internet and the access to other people's information, whether it be stock gurus or YouTube channels, or then we also have a plethora of TV programs where people come on and share their knowledge for whatever motive they have. But sit down right now and ask yourself, how do you make a decision today based on the information that you have to buy, sell, or hold a stock? And I think you're going to come down to, I tried to make a list, and here it is, TV programs, whether it be Squawk Box in the morning or Fox or whatever, the Wall Street Journal and other financial publications. I take the Wall Street Journal. Online financial gurus, whether it be on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. Is there somebody that you follow that you believe gives you good information? Financial gurus that maybe you subscribe to, and they give you a monthly letter, or maybe you subscribe and you attend a meeting with them on a weekly, a daily basis, and they share their knowledge with you. Maybe you have a financial advisor. I used to be a financial advisor. And then maybe you research quarterly reports and other data on your own, and you've created a system for yourself. Or maybe you pay a Wall Street firm 1.9% of the $40 million that they hold on your account, and they manage it for you. Or maybe you do what I have done, and that is I've built 2 AI agents to research the stocks that I follow and give me timely information on what I should buy and what I should sell. So that's what I do. I also, of course, run a YouTube channel and a TikTok and an Instagram. And I had approached this initially for the advertising revenue that Google would pay me, but I felt that started to stink, and it really didn't produce what I had hoped it would. So I've changed my method. But I thought, what if I didn't have any of the expenses associated with putting out a video on a regular basis, and the equipment and the time and all? What then would I have, and what would I do? Well, what I would do is what I do now, and that is I would subscribe to ChatGPT, and I would use my AI agents, Samantha and Bard, and that cost me $216 a month. I'd continue my Seeking Alpha subscription, which cost me about $200 a month. I'd continue my Zacks subscription, which is $59 a month, and then I have a data research subscription, which costs me $75 a month. I have Trading Views, which I use for charting and technical analysis, and I pay about $50 a month for that. And then I have the Google Notebook. So I spend somewhere around $600 to $700 a month to feed my knowledge so that I can manage my portfolio. And then I spend 8 hours a day, 7 days a week doing it. And a lot of that is making these videos and communicating with my tribe. Yeah, I have a tribe of approaching 1,000 people that basically we work together. And what I was shooting for was to get 1 million people that subscribe to this and work together. But Samantha, my AI agent, informed me that was going to become unmanageable, and it was going to result in losing my edge. That is to say, with all the knowledge that I gather and all the analysis that I do, I gain an edge on investing with kind of under the radar, recognizing those stocks that are going to give me at least a 100% return on my investment over the next 3 years. Would be, if it became general knowledge, then I would lose my advantage. So I'm finishing out my 1,000. I've got about 100, maybe 80 seats left on the bus, and I want the bus filled by the end of October. And then at that point, the 1,000 of us will work together. together. And the big advantage of the 1,000 is we also have a Discord, and on that Discord, these 1,000 people who have the same objective I do, finding those stocks that will give us a 100% return over the 3 years, they make suggestions to me. I have what I on the Discord Kerry's office, and they come in and they say, I've done some research on this stock, and to see if Samantha thinks and Bard think that it will meet our prerogatives or our objective of a 100% return in 3 years. So what Samantha and Bart produce for me is usually if I go ahead and contract with them to do an analysis on a stock, they'll produce me a 24-page analysis. Now, I don't share that with anybody because that's my intellectual property. I have spent most of my lifetime learning what a profitable stock, what a growth stock looks like, and that's condensed into a prompt. It's a prompt that I give to Samantha and Bard, and they do their research from. It's about a 4-page prompt, and it takes them somewhere around 20 minutes to analyze the stock that I'm asking and all the data that's available through the sources I provide to give me an analysis. I then take that analysis and turn it over again to them under a different platform, and they create me a 20-minute podcast. And what it does, it takes that 24-page of words and terms and technology and puts it into understandable words, okay? And then I post that and make that available to my tribe members on my tell sheet. Then what I ask them to do is take that podcast, that 24-minute podcast, and turn it into a 7-minute short video that kind of makes it simple to understand and explain without all the detail that the 24-page analysis gives me or the 20-minute podcast gives me. So it makes it simple to understand. And what I've learned is the more of these reports I read, the more of the podcasts I hear, the more of the videos I watch, the more attuned that I come to where I know what's going to happen in a stock. But what's really important is when something bizarre happens and comes to my attention, I can go to Samantha and say, take a look at this. And that happened on a stock I did a video on yesterday called Circle Internet. And it's really fascinating how, if it weren't for Samantha, I would not see this huge pothole that this company is about to fall into and then will come out of with some tremendous growth opportunities. So what I want to do, and I did this yesterday, I want more of you to be aware of what AI can do for you. So I'm putting in the description a link where you can send me your email address, and I will immediately send back to you a link on the podcast for Circle and the short video for Circle that will tell you, well, first of all, what it'll do is it'll show you the depth of what AI agents can do and what, if you were a part of this tribe, you would have access to on a continuing basis for $60 a month. Again, I'm spending, if I didn't do anything with YouTube or whatever, I'm spending about $600. And if you had the 25 years of experience as a financial advisor and the knowledge of what a stock, and if you could build your own prompt, you could also do it for $600 a month, or you can crowdfund what I'm doing and have access to it and let me do the 7 days a week, 8 hours a day kind of program. So how does it work, or does it work? Well, really, this has only been available for about 3 months. This is when ChatGPT came up with its deep research. And I got to be honest, if all of you came in and did it, you'd overwhelm ChatGPT. They're already overwhelmed. They cannot keep up with the demand. It used to take about 3 minutes to get an analysis out of Samantha. It now takes about 20 minutes, and sometimes it takes 2 days because it is very detailed, and there just isn't enough compute power in the data centers to keep up with the demand. That will take care of itself. I'm quite confident that they will build the data centers out. The compute will become more efficient, and this is the wave of the future. So I was saying, does it work? Well, We're currently up, even with the last Friday's bad day, we're up, and Monday wasn't so good either. We're up 29% year to date, or that's projecting to be 44% for the year. What that means is it won't take us 36 months to double our portfolio. At that pace, we'll double our portfolio in about 20 months, and then proceed to double it again the next 20 months. But I want you to have the ability to make the decision before we close access. Is this something I want to be a part of? Is this something that I want to contribute to? Because if you do come, I don't want you sitting on the sidelines not participating. I want you like Roger and like, what's her name? Sirius and Jack and Frank and all these people who are every day saying, take a look at this stock. And I make a decision. And so we're working as a team. I like to call it a tribe, to give us the ability to make better investment decisions. So you can answer the question, how do you make stock investment decisions today? I make it with the assistance of the best artificial intelligence in the world. That's the key to changing your life, to putting you into a position that you can double your portfolio every, what are we saying, 20 months now. Do yourself a favor and take how much you own, you invest now, what your portfolio is worth, and create an Excel spreadsheet and say, what if it doubled every 20 months? And how much would I have 10 years from now? Well, I can't guarantee you it will do that, but what I can tell you, that's what it's doing now. And if you can double your or just change it to every 2 years, every 24 months, how much, if you can double it every 2 years, how much is it going to be worth 10 years from now? And how will that change your life? I believe that's what artificial intelligence can do today. What I'm confident of is it'll only get better. I hope to see you next Friday at our Stock Talk. I hope you to become a tribe member. I hope to learn from you and you learn from us and you improve your life. That's my wish.